That is a loud. See how I can turn audio down. Jesus Christ. Let me try and find the audio settings. That is incredibly loud, the music. There it is. Jesus Christ, that is ridiculously loud. Alright, I think we should be fine here. If it comes too loud again, I will switch it down. But now that's sorted, welcome back to Tier 3. It is week 3. And this season that means Abu Dhabi. And as of the moment, it's been a championship. First couple of rounds, it looks like going to be a full between Boomer and Skeldy. One win apiece. Skeldy had a second compared to Boomer's third. Not a lot between the two guys. Looks like they're going to become our championship protagonists, if the early going is anything to go by. Obviously, there's a lot of things that can change between now and that point. Let's go have a look at his standings. Tier 3 standing. So right, coming in. Okay, if Discord wants to load, this would be fun. Everything in my phone is just dying a miserable death. God Christ, can I have a phone that works properly, please? Thank you. Right, how many we got in at the moment? So, we've got 17 proper drivers. Bunders need to pick a car. I would very much like for my internet to function. God damn it. Bunders, you gotta pick a car. Right, back to the standings. Jesus. There you go, Bunders has picked a car. So, Boomer's... Skeldy's top on 43, Boomer's on 40, and then you've got a Kobo on 18, so there's a small gap opening up already. Almost a race win between Skeldy, Boomer, and the rest of the pack. You've got Zakobo on 18, Basket on 18, you've got Jamie on 15, Swen on 12, Hyder on 11, Steve Dodds on 10, Luke on 8, Jag on 8, Pog on 6, Zab on 4, Yusuf on 4. There's a lot going on there. People won't be able to break too far away from each other through the pack yet. There'll obviously people not finishing through the first couple of races, but I don't know. I could see this getting rather ugly between Skeldy and Boomer and the rest of the pack really quickly. Almost ready to go into qualifying, waiting on Boomer's game to ready up, sort itself out. I feel like one of the keys to this to slightly lift off into turn 3. If you go full throttle around turn 3 on the first lap or 2, you're dead. That's it. That's the end of your lap. There's a couple of guys that I have not seen before in here. I know Bundits' pace from few times I've raced against him, few times I've commentated on sprint. Twanak, same for that, is very much based on sprint. I know his pace. Obviously that's because of separate cars. Who's the first one out? Steve. Right, detail, tyre, track map, fully put on. Looks like Skeldy's first one out actually. Or is it Samet? It's Samet. Samet's the first one out. And as per normal, every single week we go on the lap. The first one out the pits, both the out lap and then the first lap they go around. It's only fair that we do that. Samet's on the softs to go out in his first lap. Looked like Maud on softs, Dabbed on softs, Bundas has gone on softs, Basket and Steve are on softs. A few people that look to go out on mediums, Skeldy, Twanak, Swen, Pog and Mass at the moment, but not sure how viable that's going to be, you know. Guess we're about to find out. But we watched Summit come through the beginning of Sector 3. The thing in Sector 3 under the bridge that we just saw Summit go through, or about to watch Summit go through, sorry. Give it a couple of corners. Over here down the hotel, that if I see people abusing this line here to the outside there, I'm reporting a few. Not allowed to do that. That's gonna get you punished. That's just abuse in the game. Here we go. First proper lap of the day. Samet's going to lead us out. Coming down to the first corner. Does it pretty well. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Actually, I'm going to put telemetry on for this. Goes through... It's like he's full throttled it there. He kept the car pretty well, to be fair. Didn't shift up a gear. No, there's just people backing up in Sector 3. Goes to first gear around the hairpin, which is an interesting choice. Now he's going to get DRS down the main straight. And here's realistically where you would expect to see most of the overtaking done in this race. There's a DRS straight coming up after this little chicane here as well, which could provide decent racing, but there's not much else that will do in terms of overtakes. Steve Dodds is out second, so as soon as we finish here we'll get Steve Dodds' time. Doesn't look like he's getting a little bit too much curve maybe through the little chicane there. Keeps the car in track, keeps it in bounds. Nice time to keep it going. Goes flat out round these two right-handers into the sharp right. Does that pretty well without incident. Now he's going through two left-handers, gets on the curb, doesn't go wide. Keeps the track valid, the lap valid, sorry. Going through the last couple of corners, what is he going to do? Keep the lap valid on the last corner, which is always a tricky one. 136.64, and then Steve Dodd did a 136.9. Up more with a 36.2 to start with. Let's watch the Kobo coming across the line. Bunded at 137.1. The Kobo 136 flat. The yellow flag in first couple of sectors. Let's watch basket. I see Reno did a 130. Yeah, I don't know if I got Reno's 136.9, but if I did, I will say it again. Zab did a 137.9. Swen did a 136.8. Basket's just done 136.3 on the soft to put himself second at the moment. Let's watch Slimmy. Or is Twanak close to the end? Twanak's close to the end. Yellow flag in sector 3. Looked like someone either just stopped or binned it into out of the first corner. It just looked like they stopped. They got away pretty decently there. Let's see what Twanak can do on the mediums. Twanak is going to do a 136.4 on those mediums. That's a pretty good lap. Yellow flag in sector 2. It's just the Aston Martin falling. Slimmy's invalidated. A couple of flying laps. Yellow flag in sector 3 might have someone holding. Might get called for someone holding someone up in a minute. There's just traffic everywhere here. Ferrari might want to get off the racing line. Oh, Scaldy's gonna be livid. That's just poor from the Ferrari. Get off the racing line, mate. I think his lap's been heavily sabotaged by all the traffic. Yeah, it has. 37.4. Which obviously we can see they're going to do better. Also, Boomer's invalidated, so let's watch Jamie. What's happened here? Either Moore or Reno's just binned it, and Jamie got a little bit squirrely out of turn 1 there. Keeps it in balance through turn 3, which is not usually easy to do once you've lost control of the car elsewhere. Gets a purple first sector. Teammate just coming down the line now. Boomer's done his lap. Well, he's invalidated his lap. You can imagine Skeldy's going to go for the recharge and go afterwards. And oh, nice little toe. Nice little teamwork there from the Williams to give Jamie a little bit more speed down the straight. That was pretty well done. And let's see what he's going to do through sector 2. What time are we realistically looking at here? There's a flag in sector 2. I don't actually know who that's for. There's a purple, and it's a 58.2 through 2 sectors. Oh, he gets a lot of the curb out of the second part of that chicane. Doesn't look like it's going to cause too much damage. It's a McLaren that's caught in the yellow flag. Here we go. Going through the last part of the sector. And keep the car in bounds. Coming through the last couple of corners. Let's see if he's going to put himself on provisional pole with a decent time left. No, he's not. He's going to do a 136.5, puts him on the second row. Boomer's going for another lap on these mediums, which will actually show that he can actually do a lap on these mediums this time. Skeldy's gone into the pits. I don't think he likes the mediums, or he really just cooling down off of getting held up. There's a bit slidey there from Boomer out of the chicane. Pog's in the middle doing a fast lap as well, so we'll go to Pog after this. Bundes, the Carbo. We'll watch the Carbo lap after this as well. Yellow flag in sector 1 and 2. There's a Red Bull out there. I'm not sure if that's Steve Dodds or if that's just a really poor showing from Pog, but I wouldn't like it if I was either of them. Here we go. Awful camera angles. Absolutely god-awful camera angles. Coming through the last couple of corners. Let's see what Scaldy can put up on the board. Scaldy's going to be able to put up a... not Scaldy. Boomer's going to do a 136.9 on the mediums. Scaldy's just gone on to softs. Let's watch the Carbo. Actually, no. Pog. Pog's invalidated. Slimmy's going for a fast lap. He's in sector 2. You know what? Let's watch this. The Kobo can be the one we move on to afterwards. I see him about half a lap back anyway. Didn't quite see sector 2 time actually there. Well, might have zoned out for a minute, but I won't pay attention to the top right of my own screen. You see, qualifying, there's a lot to talk about, but I would almost feel lost looking at all this. Feel like I repeat myself for a different person. It's nicely done. Oh, just gone wide there. He's lucky not to have invalidated there, to be fair. And oh, he almost lost the car entirely, but Slimmy gone second. A 36.28 on medium tyres. Okay, that is a fast lap. That is a very fast lap. Let's see what the Cobra can put up now. God, duty in the morning has absolutely killed me on a Thursday. Luckily, it'll be Friday morning next semester. So Kobo coming through the last corner now, puts himself on pole, 1:35.8. 7.5 minutes left of qualifying, and Jacobo has a 4/10 lead. You can see the track starting to progress a bit now. Come down the thing. Let's watch Sven. Haven't seen Sven's lap at all today yet, so let's watch some Sven. And trying to figure out who we're going to after this. Might do Luke. But then again, Luke's only a couple of corners back. I don't know if that's worth watching. Might watch Skeldy's lap on the softs. Obviously, two guys well out in front at the moment, Skeldy and Boomer. Oh, I must have missed Steve Dodd's lap, but it's a 36.09. And that is enough to put him on the front row for the moment in time. And Sven's just invalidated on the last corner. He got way too, on the second to last corner, sorry, he got way too close in. Let's watch the end of Luke's lap, sure. I think Twanak was doing an outlap. Oh, that's a bit of a... Look at the car a bit there, Luke, through the final couple of corners. But it's still a good enough lap to put Luke on 6. And Sammit's out the session. Oh, he has had a nightmare out of turn 1. Puts in a wall. And as the track is starting to rubber in, Sammit's not going to be able to take advantage of it. Should see him start to tumble down the leaderboard in a minute. Luke's just gone on a lap. Steve's just done a lap. And let's watch Reno, the end of Reno's lap. Who's just done that? Skeldy's put himself, oh my god, 2 1,000ths of a second away from Jacobo. Puts him second on the leaderboard right now. A little bit squirrely out the final corner for Reno as he puts himself 5th on the grid with 36.225. Also 2 1,000ths of a second behind his behind more games. That's some very close battles today. Luke's done a lap. Jamie's come back out. Let's watch Jamie, who's going currently the purple first sector. He's done nearly 2/10 quicker. 2/10 at the moment would jump him a couple of spots, but it wouldn't jump him an awful lot. Put him into top 10, I guess. Actually, we'll watch Pog. We haven't given Pog much screen time yet this season. Oh my god, he's gone a bit wide there. Well, he hasn't gone a bit wide there, actually. He just clips the curb, and I thought his car was going to slide wide, but looked like the medium tyres saved him a little bit there, actually. You see Samet is just slowly dropping down the leaderboard. The yellow flag in sector 2 and sector 3 is just a Ferrari letting him past. The Williams behind Pog, so sorry, we get to watch Jamie's lap vicariously through Pog as well, because there's a decent camera angle of it anyway. Williams up behind, but Pog's gone the mediums. Let's see what time he's going to set. Pog on the medians, 1:37.17. That puts him at the back. Jamie's jumped to 4th. Let's watch a Masters last couple of corners. Boomer's doing... Is he doing an outlap? He is doing an outlap. He's not doing an outlap, he's doing a flat lap, sorry. The yellow flag in sector 1, sector 2. It's just Steve it's just Pog laying through actually. Let's watch Boomer. It's further away along the lap and then we'll go back to a mass afterwards. A mass, okay. Apparently we're not. Apparently we're not going back to a mass afterwards. He's just going to crash out of qualifying. I kind of wish I'd stayed on him about a second longer. That way I would have got that spin in on stream, but that's unfortunate. There's an outlap for Jacobo coming. Basket's gone out on an outlap. Twanak's doing a proper lap. Jump to Twanak after this then. Doing Twanak the proper one, following Boomer at the moment. Boomer's going a bit slower through the... Oh, and there's the invalidated. Invalidation, so we'll go to Twanak now. Boomer might stay out and do another lap. 2:41 left of the session. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. It's just Basket goes slow. We get to see in a minute what everyone's going to do here. A few might pit, a few might stay out, try and get another lap done. There's 2 minutes 20 left. A couple of people coming into the pits now. And Twanak goes third. 1:35.86. And oh my god, the front three are the loose tire on the track. I don't think you're allowed that. Top three are incredibly close. Pog's retired from the session. I don't know whether that's because he span or he just hasn't got enough time to get back out. Jag's left. Yellow flags flying up everywhere at this point. Boomer. Watch Boomer, he's going around, it's probably last or second to last lap at this point. Yellow flag in sector 2. The Ferrari span. That did not look like he was letting anyone pass, so it's a Ferrari that span. Everyone's out on outlap to this point. We're gonna watch end of Boomer's lap and switch to the Kobo. It only makes sense we switch to the front runners for the end of qualifying. Oh, Boomer's not going to get to... He's going to probably back off and give it one more shot here, actually. But, in the process, we're going to watch Jacobo. We're going to watch Jacobo, then we're going to watch... Probably Skildy. Because I think Twanak's about to come through for the end of his lap now, unless he just went for a cooldown and is going again. Yeah, it looked like Twanak just gone for a cooldown, gonna let go for the last lap of qualifying. Jacobo going really close to those curbs, getting on them pretty well. Looked like he's very quick round here, Jacobo, much like he was in Suzuka, but he had a rough patch, let's say, in Singapore. Everyone gets them. Skildy will get them eventually. Keeps it. Twanak's retired from the session, obviously meaning that he's at age span. Oh, he just about keeps the lap going, Jacobo. Let's see what his time is. Twanak can no longer get poles. Jacobo backs off. Jacobo backs off. Jamie's qualifying is finished. He's in 5th. Luke's retired. So we're running out of people that we can watch at this point. Let's watch Steve. Steve's close to the finish line. Basket's close to the finish line now, but he's not gonna do an awful lot. Yeah, Basket's just retired from the session. Steve going around the final corner. Can he put anything up for pole? He can't. He's slower than his other laps. Where's Moore? Moore's behind. Right, so we're gonna watch Reno cross the line now. Reno's not gonna get much of pole, to be fair. Moore's retired. Swen's just gone 4th. Reno's gone 5th. And now it's up to Slimmy and Scaldy to see if they can take it off Jacobo. Here we go. Skildy first. Coming around the last couple of corners. Bundes retires from the session. This is real life. There'd be a problem, but coming around the last corner, is he going to be able to put up pole? He is. That took a long time to update. It's a 35.7, and now it's down to Slimmy. Will he take it off Skildy? Not with that kind of exit. And it's... I didn't actually see that, but I think it's Skildy on pole. That went off really quick. I don't appreciate that, Gabe. It is Skildy on pole. It's Slimmy second. That's what I wanted to know, but the game just immediately took it off as soon as Slimmy just crossed the line. Jacobo's in third. That's incredibly close between second, third, and fourth. Slimmy, Jacobo, and Twanax. Slimmy's taking out the filling out the front row. Jacobo and Twanax just going to have to deal with the second row. Swen was a third of a second off Skildy. Reno is sixth, not far off Twen. And then we get over half a second away with Steve Dodds, Jamie 7th and 8th, more in 9th, even though probably had more time in him before he span. And Samet rounds out the top 10. Now it's on to the race. I've just seen someone in tier 1 chat, right, ask why they haven't put the changes in the game for Abu Dhabi. I also wonder, because they have to put a new thing in the game. You can see when you go down toward that chicane, the actual straight part that is the new shit is actually in the game, because you can see that it's just straight off instead of going through a chicane. But you're not allowed to use it. Let's see if Jag can get in. There's 3 people watching. 30 seconds until the start of the race. We have 28 laps. 28 laps round Abu Dhabi. That's all. That's what we have to deal with today. And for tier 4 and tier 2 on Sunday night, we're doing the same thing. We're gonna watch the formation lap now, and there's not that much variation. All the top 10 are on softs that they qualified on. Everyone else, a massive on softs, Pog's on hards to start with, going for 1 stop very clearly. The rest are on medium, so I'm not sure a lot of everything that's happening. Jag's car just sat on the start, which I feel like might be slightly unfair. I think Skildy may have gone off a slight bit too quickly. His tyres might be dead by the time he gets on off the grid. But then again, it's Skildy. He doesn't need tyre temperature apparently. But turn 1's going to be a massacre. If everyone gets through turn 1, I'll be incredibly surprised. I say I'll be incredibly surprised because it's not happening. Coming around the final sector now for the formation lap, and then My voice gets to die for 28 laps plus interviews. All version of this. 28 laps and nothing because they'll kick me out right at the end. Here we go, repositioning everyone on the grid now. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Pretty sure this would be a master of a yellow flag at the very least right now. There's a car on the side of the grid here. We can't start until that car is on a grid slot, surely. We're glitched. That's impressive. That's an impressive glitch. That is a very impressive glitch. This is a better look at it. What has happened here? My guy needs to leave because this lobby's glitched. Well, I guess I'll get to. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. That is unfortunate. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. What has happened here? I assume it's a glitch based on someone joining later, which is Jags. Wait, his car's moving. His car's moving. I saw movement. There you go. Right, we got proper. Look at all this. It's lights out and away we go. It looks like Skelly got pretty quick. But oh my god, what a start from Zakoba! There's a little collision there already! There's collisions all over the place! Jesus Christ! Oh, there's a front wing got over there! What is happening? Looks like Sabit's taking a little bit of a hit. Pog's gone. Zab's gone. Jesus Christ almighty! Oh, Twi'lek spun as well! Steve's gone. Oh no, it's not Steve's gone. Steve and Sven are just fighting out a minute. Boomer's got 5 seconds for ignoring yellow flags. Are you sure about that one, game? That's a nice little overtake I see from Mass and Moore fighting out at the moment. Let's watch this. Let's watch this wheel to wheel. Not usually early in the race that I go to places that go to the back of the grid, but this looks like a little tasty bit of fighting between Moore, Mass and Boomer. Going 3 wide, and now it's 2 wide. He's a little bit hit on the Alpine. But it looks like Moore's going to keep the position. Boomer's going to take the position off Hamas, which she had for a minute there. Looks like Basket and Reno are going to go out as well. Basket's going to go around the outside and take Reno. Reno's going to manage to block off the advance from Luke. There's a yellow flag, and Jamie's retired from the session. Oh, and after what? There's the virtual safety car. Why was all this in? Where was all this in Tier 4 at Singapore at the weekend? God damn it! And I didn't miss the comment from earlier. I assume that means your Jag then. Is Jag racing now? Hold on. Or is that just a CPU? What is going on? Reno's gone on to hards immediately. Scaldy's 2 seconds up ahead. God, that was a weird start. Oh, it's Trucko. Ah, okay. Okay. Oh, is your PS4 still broken? Oh, drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. So I assume that is a human error and not a CPU error. So I assume he is... I would assume he's racing? I'm so confused about what the hell the start of this race was. Oh, Zad's gonna drive through for... I said it on Tuesday, but this is just everyone getting a penalty. HDMI port's still broken. That's unfortunate, man. Do you know when you're gonna get that fixed? Boomer looks like he's dropped down a couple of places. Fire 3 seconds for track limits. Oh, Boomer just spun. The difference. Okay, Boomer has just spun. Everyone getting bunched up together, but we've long gone on the virtual safety car. Here we go. Let's see if Scaldy can open that gap again. We're going to watch people that are in what will be DRS zone from the end of the lap. There you go, DRS is now enabled. You'll get it from the next DRS zone. Steve Dodd's about half a second back. Moore gains about 3/10 of a second back on Luke. Not going to be able to make any sort of move too far back into turn 1. Oh, Luke looking a bit squirrely out of turn 1. It might allow for Moore to get involved. It looks like Slimmy just span. Yep, Slimmy span. Let's watch Moore. Go back on Moore's point of view. I was just trying to find out whether or not what happened to Slimmy. Which means he span, jumped to the back a bit. Oh, those that haven't pit already, but that is. Moore's going to get DRS down the straight. It doesn't look like Luke has. No, he hasn't. So let's see if that's going to be enough of a pace advantage. Is he going to try and move? No, he's not. He's got faster tyres, equal cards with DRS. I'm surprised he wasn't able to make more of a move there with that kind of straight. Going to get DRS again here. Luke's doing pretty well to stop the pressure. And Moore's just going to have to sit on the back of Luke for a couple more corners. There's only 3 people right now, or 2 people right now actually in DRS range. It looks like there's a Aston Martin. There is an Aston Martin on the side of the track. Jag span. It should have come Tuesday. I wanted it to, but it didn't come. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. So it came Wednesday, and he wanted to play. I get it. There's 1.5 temps here. Luke's got into the pits. Okay, interesting. Moore's now got the position and put him up to 6. So we'll put it on Steve for the moment in time because he's the one closest to anyone else. Steve trying to hunt down Swen for the moment in time, who's lost a pretty sizable gap to the Kobo and Scaldy in front of him. Everyone else has already spaced out beyond the DRS range. Which could mean we're in for a long race and not many overtakes. The DRS down the main straight, but he's not quite fast enough to hunt Swen down yet. I'm going to get DRS out of the chicane as well. Let's see if he's going to be able to capitalise it next Tuesday for sprint. Well, I hope so. As long as you and Trucker don't race at the same time and don't cause me confusion with the names, I'm fine. Steve's going to try to the outside. You could tell he was looking for it, but he doesn't have enough space. It was well closed off by Swen. Steve's now going to try and have to find patiently another way to get through. Still looking down the side. This is still the only battle in DRS for when that comes round on the straights in the next sector. We'll keep watching this for now. You take that's the thing. El Trucker and El Trucko is going to be a nightmare for a commentator to do, which will be me. There's not DRS down the home straight. Sorry, I always thought there was down Abu Dhabi. Oh, that was a little bit squirrely out of turn 1 from Steve. He managed to save the car though. Oh my God, Swen did it though. Swen didn't save the. Oh, he's lost his front wing as well. was not good for Sven, who might have got too much of the curve. To the curb, sorry, turn 3, or he might have just failed miserably at, or might have gone full throttle. Ah, I can say hover. Okay, that's good to know. Watch out, Master's point of view here, who's gonna go on Sven with no front wing, because, fair. Sven's gonna have a long lap to get back to the pits. It's 3 seconds for Slimmy now. Everyone seems to have served their penalties under this. Well, not under the virtual safety car, but in the last couple of laps. Sven's 0.8 of a second back. Ah, right. I'm struggling. Let's watch Pog for a minute. Always nice to see a little bit of overtaking, even though it's Sven just got no car. That's beside the point. Pog gonna make is he gonna make an audacious move? He's gonna go down the inside of the hotel, and he does get the move. Sven, oh, that's even more audacious for Boomer, who manages to go to inside the boat, but then the outside to this corner. Sven got back to the pits. Boomer was not able to make the move on Pog in the end, but that looked like a very audacious move. Had that been pulled off, you would have been talking about it for days. Let's watch Basket for a moment in time then. Or is Boomer catching up? You know what? No, we'll keep watching Boomer. It's actually the only one still in DRS, so yeah. We'll watch Boomer until he gets to this straight. And then inevitably gets Pog because DRS. Here we go, there's the DRS opened. Should have more than enough speed to get past him at this point, even with the soft and mediums. And he does, gets it done well before the corner into the chicane. And that's Boomer all the way up into 7th now. Pog gonna try and fight back. Gonna get DRS down this straight. We'll keep watching this battle until we see whether or not Pog's gonna be able to make a move or Boomer gets away. Pog to the outside. Pog gets round him. Pog gets the position back off Boomer. And this is well driven by both of them. There's no more real opportunity to overtake at the moment. So back off watching that one. Even though that time is coming down between Boomer and Pog, it's about 0.3 of a second. Let's see what Basket can see if Basket can get Steve, and he will do down the inside into the final corner, and he gets it because Steve makes the final corner horribly wide, and it's allowed Basket to move up on his mediums into 3rd. Steve does about 0.6 of a second back. Boomer about a Russian that drives clean. Don't see many of them. Whoops. Boomer about 0.8 of a second. Both of them about 0.8 of a second. Luke's now within 0.8 of a second of Bunder's in front of him. We'll go to that one shortly. We'll go to Steve Dodds momentarily. He's going to get DRS, so he's going to be able to close the gap here on Basket. Whether he's going to be able to close the gap by enough, he's not. He's only closed it to pretty much 0.6 of a second. The yellow flag in sector 2. It's Jag again, who has had major issues with this race, just as a whole. Steve Dodds, with DRS there, wasn't able to make an awful lot happen. Pog behind Amas isn't able to make an awful lot happen either. He's going to have to sit behind him for another lap. It's 0.3 of a second. Luke got past Bunders down the straight here. Bunders isn't able to answer back, so Luke's going to keep the position for the rest of the lap. Pog's now closing in rapidly on Amas. Few people fighting all over the place now. We didn't get that through the first couple of laps, I can tell you that. We haven't had a safety car yet, and Amas coming into the pits? He is. Pog's going to stay out. Boomer's going to stay out. Amas more and... Oh! Jacobo's retired! Oh no! Jacobo in a wall. It looks like turn 3 again. It might have been too much throttle. And that's taken... Scaldy's just got a huge sigh of relief until he sees the safety car come out. And now it's allowed Basket back into this race. And now we're going to go for 2 or more laps under the safety car. Whilst my tablet will not let me watch time. Because my tablet is useless. And there's a lot of people on mediums now. The Kobo and Jamie are the ones that DNF through turn... Did Jamie do it through turn 3 as well? Oh no, Swen spanned through turn 3, I know that much. Swen's on medium tyres. Mediums can apparently do 20... with the safety car, I think you're probably looking about 22. Might be able to get away with it. I don't think Boomer or Basket will. But then again, they started on this, so they've got to go. You don't have to do an awful lot. Safety car, just everyone catching up at this point. Scaldy going into the pits, that's probably a smart choice. Basket's coming in as well. Medium and hard, maybe? Did he go in? Scaldy's gone on to hard, so Scaldy's anticipating the fact that this is going to be a one-stop race for him. Basket's anticipating that it's a 2-stop race for him, because he's just gone on the softs. Pog's on the softs, but has a penalty, which is... We can take a look now, it's just 3 seconds. Boomer has 11 seconds worth of penalties? Or did I just misread that? Maybe he just took 5 through his pit. Got on to soft as well, so he's expecting to stop. Scaldy's definitely going to the end of the race. Whether he has the speed to go to the end of to stay in front is a different question. Steve on new mediums probably going to the end. More on new mediums probably going to the end. Same with Luke and Swen. Jag and Zab and Reno probably going to the end as well. Everyone probably happy that the safety car's going to come out. The safety cars came out and bunched everyone back up after everyone got very, very spaced out to start with. There's not an awful lot. The safety cars really aren't interesting, are they? Unless someone makes an awful mistake, which might get ripped into. Nothing usually happens under the safety car. After restart, I think 2 people will. Comments cut off for me there. I think there's going to be a lot of... I think we're not remotely done for the crashes. I think people have realised how difficult turn 3 is now. Retire. Yeah, turn 3 is going to be a nightmare. I don't think we're done with safety cars either for the rest of the race. After this one. I very much expect someone to full throttle it around turn 3, get too much and spin. In the exact same way I think Swen did earlier and the Kobo did about 5 seconds ago. Sorry for yawning. You don't like this track. I actually like it a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I like it a lot. Also, this is what I was saying earlier about the straight is technically in the game, they just don't use it. This safety car is going to come in after this lap right now. which means we're going to have, what, maybe 17 laps racing. We'll be resuming lap 11. I hate Canada. I think you might be in one of the in the minority for Canada. I don't know what it is about it. Never liked the track. Monza is just a scary. A scary is an absolute nightmare. But apart from that, Monza is a nice track to drive. I'm still very surprised that the basket's gone on to softs instead of mediums. He had the chance to finish off the race here on a one-stop and try and push it to Skeldy, but I don't know how viable that is now. Well, I'm hoping for eventually to win a race. If you've been watching Tier 4, you'll realise I've found every possible way to bottle it at this point. A safety car comes in at this lap, so we get to watch Skeldy back everybody up. Here we go, around the final corner, and we're off. And it doesn't look like he caught anyone out. Pog down the outside. Is he going to be able to make anything happen? Down the outside, it goes wide, and Pog's got the position. Skeldy's now going to go down the inside, and means Pog's going to get the curb into turn 3. And Skeldy's going to take the position back. Basket's going to try and go down the inside. Nope, I think he backed out. I think he was wise. Basket's going to try the outside of the hairpin, though. This is probably a smarter place to attempt an overtake. Whether he's got enough speed, he has. Basket's got in front. Basket has got in front of Pog and into second. Nobody crashed on the restart, which is more than surprising for me, considering Pog was actually made to go all the way on the curve around turn 3. Bunders may have just taken a little bit of a spin or lost a couple of positions. Something happened there. People tailed off from the backwards and starting to fall off. The three-way battle here, the Maud's trying to see if he can try and get past Steve here. He's slightly dropping off as Steve is trying to catch Pog, who thought he had Skeldy on the line off of the restart, but wasn't to be, and now it's dropping back a little bit. Slimmy dropped back a position there, Boomer gone up a place. It's almost a second between Skeldy and Basket. And then you've got Pog 1.5 seconds back plus penalties, and Steve and Moore coming up the back of him. Everyone else within a train at this point. Bunders has gone into the pits, and it looks like Steve down the inside into turn 1 gets the move made and puts him on the third step of the podium at the moment. Now he has to defend Pog round turn 3, and he does it really well. Going into the chicane now. It looks like everything's going to stay there momentarily. Moore looks like he's really trying to push Pog through this race at this point. Gonna get slipstream here. It's just gonna be a row of slipstream as Boomer attempts a move on Twanak and gets it done. Bearing in mind he's on he's on fresher tyres, and he's also on the faster compounder tyres. Moore is still on the back of Pog with a match. Boomer into the back of Moore. Boomer's got into the back of Moore, and I think we might be having another safety car. It would be impressive if we're not. That has to be a safety car. There it is. There it is. Jesus Christ. Well, you weren't wrong. Over, you weren't wrong. What else can I say? You literally weren't wrong. You said 2 people would retire off the restart. It came a little bit later than you probably would have anticipated. But oh my god. Oh, I don't have a proper camera angle for that. I don't have a good enough camera angle for that crash. because it gave me a weird camera angle for that kind of incident. But incoming baskets on the medium, basket going to the end of the race. Skeldy's seen leads that have come out, leads that have grown within seconds at this, both safety car restarts. Well, no, that before the safety car restart, and then again on the safety car restart, evaporate because of a second safety car. There's a few people going into the pits. Bunda's onto the mediums. Now, you would assume that everyone bar Twanak is going to the end of the race, and Twanak, if he got common... Actually, I would say if he got common sense, he would pit. However, if anything, like the last 3 or 4 laps, or anything to go by Twanak, you can't overtake. There you go. If those laps are anything to go by, you could very much see a safety car again in the next couple of laps, and that would make Twanak an absolute genius. A Massa in third. I think a Massa will be incredibly happy if he gets that. That's painful. What happened, Mo? What happened? I know you. I know you and Boomers collided, but I didn't get a good enough angle on it, so I don't actually know what properly happened. I assume maybe. You went for a bit of spin. Oh no. Oh, so you spat and collected Boomer, is that what you're saying? Ah, yeah, that's unfortunate. That might be slightly unfortunate. At least people commenting on the video has actually given me time to actually talk about Big Dud of the safety car. I just realised we're going through one of the 2 laps. Under it. Yeah, very much. There's 4 gone. Jacoba went at turn 3. Boomer and Moore went at the beginning of the second sector, I want to say. Oh no, the end of, well, the chicane in the second sector, sorry. Through at the end of the straight. I apparently can't read. This is advantage Skeldy, let's just say that. Boomer wasn't having a great race, but if the longer he stayed in, the more you would have thought that he might be able to collect some points. But now that Skeldy, Jamie was third sector. I didn't really see where Jamie went off, so that's thing for me. The fact that Skeldy's at the front, Boomer has already put in chat. They just put in chat for FFS. I can't swear, it's a YouTube channel. I don't think people would appreciate me swearing. I don't know. At the same time, who cares about demonetization right now? We're getting like 7 videos a stream. He is drunk, don't worry. Yeah, he'll forget about it in the morning. You'll be fine. Even though I could hear it, I just saw his thing pop up, his in-game chat pop up at the bottom of my screen there. So he's in-game chat for a minute then. God, Hover. Also, safety cars coming in this lap. For once we made a safety car interesting, lads. We've done it. We've absolutely done it. Now it's Steve going after Skeldy. Steve has a bit more pace than Basket, I would say. So he might get a little bit closer. Pog gave him a good... Oh, Jesus Christ. Twanak is going a little bit wide on the end of that. I know he's trying to warm up his tyres, but... playing with fire a little bit there, shall we say. And here we go, Skeldy backing everyone back up. Hey, if you... I wouldn't complain. If you were in a race... If you weren't in a race, right, I would... Alright, Mo. A bit, lad. Here we go, start of the lap. If you wanted to commentate it with me at any point, Troco, please, feel free. No one looked like it got into much of a crash through turn 1 and 2 there. Pod got Basket, but that looked like it was clean. Oh, Basket and Samet are now fighting. Everyone seems to have got away reasonably distanced apart. That's surprising. I'm very surprised at this because I didn't think they would be so far apart. Here we go. Here comes Slipstream down the back straight though. Let's see if this is going to be able to make too much of a difference. It's got 7 people watching at the moment. Swen's going to try sort of, well, he's not. He's a little bit too far back on this part. Slipstream probably not as powerful going into the next part, but it's Swen versus Twanak. We've seen this one quite a lot of times through the last couple of seasons. Twanak moved to the outside. It looks like Swen couldn't get through because Twanak closed off the gap. I was too busy. I went out of there for a minute. I was too busy reading Hover's comment, trying to make a little bit of sense out of it because I struggling to read English. Yeah, they seem to be fighting an awful lot. Yeah, no, I've been filled in on that information from numerous people. Steve Dodds is only half a second back on Scalding. I think Scalding might have wanted a bigger gap than he'd got at this point. Bearing in mind those mediums are 100% going to the end. We've had multiple safety cars, so if it was a question whether or not they would go to the end on 20 laps, that question definitely not a thing anymore. The yellow flag, and Twanak's gone! Twanak's gone, he's done it at turn 3! He's done what Swen did earlier on, and there's another safety car! Oh my god, boys, we need to make this fun again. Swen. You, Swen, Twan, Luke, and Bun are the friends. Alright. That makes sense. You see, I've got my own friendship group with the tier 1 guys. So you've got Ishmael, Mitchell, Trocker, Rossi in tier 2, Scaldy in tier 3. And then there's myself in tier 4. So a little bit of a disparity between how quick we all are, but Twanak did what Swen did earlier in the race. Mitch is a child, but do you see? So you see, Twanak did what Swen did earlier on in the race because he binned it in turn 3, but he managed to save the car enough to continue. He had no front wing. I have no idea how he saved the car enough to continue, but he managed it. Bye. That basically was like, yeah, not happening. But seriously, I'm not against the idea of co-commentating. I actually want to try that out. If anyone's out of a race or something, just if I go into the tier 3 chat we have, I'm more than gladly join it. Everyone's going to pit all at once. Half of the grid's pitting by the looks of it. I'm surprised, Scaldy. Do you think 11 laps? 2 of which are under the, well, one more of which are under the safety car now. I'm not sure whether Soft would go to the end. It's probably likely. I'll respond to things that have been messaged afterwards. Get me onto tier 3 a minute. Alright. Safety car, we still got at least one more. Most of the time I'm in a party with them, so I don't want to leave. Yeah, no, I can understand that. Obviously, commentating while you're in a party with people. Unless you have audio chat off. Sharing audio chat off, it doesn't really work. And even when it does, some people decide that they want to chirp and all that and make you laugh and make you sound like you're talking to nobody. Not naming that at anyone at all. No, I can understand that, 100%. Offer's always there. I didn't see whether or not the thing for the safety car comes in this lap, but by the lack of thing for Skeldy to back this up, do I have any other do I do any other tiers? So I drive tier 4, I commentate tier 3, I commentate sprint. And I got one more lap behind the safety car. That's what I do when it comes to this league. Sprint on the Tuesday, where everyone's just in a single lobby, is now my duty to commentate, because Reaper handed that one over. I do tier 3 here, mainly because I know most of the guys in here. You drive the other tiers, yeah. Yep. That doesn't surprise me. We're gonna try and find. Well, got another part. Another lap to do behind the safety car. My tablet is absolutely useless, by the way. It's just gone 30 seconds behind what's happening. You would hope so. You can't be any worse than Staver in a Red Bull. That one I'll say for sure. Yeah, people moaning about the tier 1. The safety car's coming in this lap, right? There's the message I wanted to hear. You're putting your new rocket engine, yeah. Doing Lewis Hamilton for Brazil. This might put some illegal fuel in there as well while you're at it. Also, I'm not saying, by the way, that Lewis Hamilton put illegal fuel in. I'm not saying that, by the way. I'm just making a joke about things that have happened prior. Just not about Lewis Hamilton. I don't want anyone to misconstrue that. Here we go, backing them up. It's what Skildy does best. Backing them up with... I don't think it's very secret if you put it on stream, lad. There's a McLaren somewhere back there that's ghosted. Might have been AI, might be on AI drive actually. Here we go! And we're off again! For what I think is the 4th time! And it doesn't look like there's a lot challenging Skildy this time. Is Pog going on versus Amas? Amas has managed to hold the position momentarily. Pog going to try and get as close as physically possible through turn 3, and he's not going to make a move. And it's able to leave Amas in the position to try and fight Skildy. Everyone being really close together, as Skildy's already out of DRS range. Skildy just seeing all of his toughest guys just slowly one by one get just dismantled and DNF from the race, literally one by one. Bunda's dropping down a few positions here, getting really tight back in the middle of the track. There's only 13 left, which isn't as bad as some of the Jack got through there. I must have zoned out a little bit there because Jack got through and I didn't realise. Obviously DRS didn't come in for a couple of laps. I can't remember the last time anyone got DRS. It's been that while. It's been that long ago. And looked like Reno got in front of Bundas there as well. Looked like Bundas is slowly slipping down. Watch Steve a minute. Bundas has slipped down another place. Everyone right on the back of one another. See Pog right on the back of a mass who's got Samet on the back of Pog and Steve on the back of Samet, and it's just a little trade. Everyone ever so slightly behind each other. When DRS comes, this is not going to help at all. Oh, he's ghosted. Bundas Bunder's been kicked out? Or is he an AI? Oh, looks like Pog's gonna try. Pog, you can tell Pog's desperately trying something. He's being, I wouldn't say desperate actually. He's being overly patient, I think might be the best way to put it. You can tell he's trying to look for something to get past the mass, but it's not working. Few people at the back here. It's just all piled up together. You got Samet versus Steve versus Sven. Is anyone with a slipstring going to be able to make anything happen? Ping pong. No one's going to make anything happen momentarily. It looks like Pog and Mass are slowly pulling away. Pog going to try and make a move on a Mass on the outside. Here we go. Down the outside, and he gets it done before the chicane. And it's Pog up into second, and let's see if Pog, who almost took the lead from Skeldy early on in the race, can try and make some sort of fight for it. Basket and Slimmy, there's a yellow flag in sector 3, and there's an AlphaTauri in the grass, and it is Slimmy. Yeah, penalties are going to come into effect, but I don't really talk about penalties until lap 20, sort of like 2 or 3 from the end. When everyone's realistically done with their pit stops is when I realistically go through penalties and all that. The DRS are enabled now, which feels like for the first time in about 15 laps. And it's not going to affect people toward the front because Pog's not in DRS range of Skeldy and Mass is not in DRS range of Pog, but it's going to allow for Steve and Sven and everyone else to close in on a Mass. Skeldy and Pog coming down to the chicane now, about 1¼ seconds separate the two of them. I'm going to get DRS coming round after the hairpin here. Steve Dodd's about 0.4 seconds back. And that's deteriorating really quickly. Didn't even get to DRS, he just got DRS before he got alongside of a Mass. And Steve Dodd gets that done very quickly. And Sven's going to try and do the same thing on a Mass in the same straight, and he does. And now it's Sven versus Steve again. Let's see if DRS can help Sven here. Sven who's crashed into turn 3. Sven going down the outside and gets round Steve and does get the position. Oh god, my throat. That was not great. I don't have any water beside me either. Steve now 0.5 seconds behind Sven. Sven now on podium position. Jack's now... Oh, Jack's got a broken front wing. Jack got a broken front wing. That was unfortunate. He's gone into the back of someone. And now he's gonna... No, it's not covered. I've tested for it, don't worry. It's negative. It's just I'm apparently a loudmouth way too much. Basket's now closing in on Reno. And Mass went into pit. Probably realising that his mediums are not good enough to cope. Jagged into the pit to repair his front wing. Pog now 0.4 seconds. What has happened here? I know, I just thought I thought I'd make it clear. 0.6 seconds between Pog and Skeldy. Incoming DRS. That should bring the gap down a little bit. Skeldy's hards are probably in a pretty good position at the moment, 12 laps in. Same with Pog's mediums, they're probably around the same. And Pog's closing that gap. Pog's always in and about the thing, because he always starts on a weird tyre as well. Almost like he's got different strategy brain to everyone else, and it seems to work most often than not. Steve just hanging behind Sven at the same time. Reno going down coming out of the chicane now is not doing much to close in on Basket. About 0.6 back. Slimmy is not able to close much on Zab either. And now we're just waiting on people getting round to the front of the track, basically. As soon as Pog manages to make a move on Skeldy, I'll switch penalties, then we can... Sven is also definitely getting closer. was waiting until he got into DRS, which as you commented, he did get into DRS and he keeps popping in and out of it now. Sven's on far fresher mediums than Pog is, so you can see that time slowly creeping down. Maybe he might have a shot at Pog in the last couple of laps. Even without penalties on track, I mean, penalties will take Pog well out of the question. Here we go, we're going to get DRS down the straight here. It's going to be Pog DRS on Scaldy, Sven's getting DRS on Pog, Steve getting DRS down the line. And is there going to be a move? Is there going to be a move? Looking to the inside of the chicane, and he gets it. That's a good move down the inside of the chicane. He gets it for the Scaldy. And now Sven's looking really poised to make the same move. Well, the same type of move. He's going to the inside or the outside on this DRS straight. And he's going to go to the outside. And Sven's looking for Pog. To the inside. Pog, oh, there's a collision. Oh, there's a slight collision. Sven not giving up though. Is he going to be able to get in front of Pog to the inside of this corner? No, Pog's got the speed. Pog's managed to stay in front ever so slightly. And Scaldy is slowly just... What looked so promising has just dropped off a little bit toward the end. Might have made a poor decision going these hards. Doesn't look like the greatest strategy call of all time. And looks like Steve's going to try and make something happen on Scaldy now as well. Everyone getting in for a piece of the action at the moment at the front. This is not how I envisioned this race after 6 or 7 laps. 3 seconds to a basket. I think it might be the point where I might have to bring in the penalties at this point. I am going to do so. There's 3 seconds here for a few people. 6 seconds for Sumi at the midfield. Going to drop him a fair way back. Here we go, DRS. Pog's at the front. Sven's got DRS. Here we go. Pierre on board with Sven. Tries to move on Pog. He gets it done well before the chicane, and Sven hits the front. Sven, after getting incredibly unlucky at Singapore last week, has managed to put himself in an incredible position to win the race here. Now a couple of people with DRS following Sven. He should be. He should be. I'll put it onto the leader at the end. Everyone's really close to each other at the front here. There's a few fights toward the back as well. Oh, did that look like a collision there? Did that look like Steve went into the back of Scaldy momentarily? I don't think it's caused too much of a problem, but Steve looked like he's starting to drop back a little bit now. Luke's managed to get within a second of Steve in 4th and might actually be pushing for a podium place here. Pog and Sven going at it. Scaldy's just tailing on the back of Pog at the moment. Let's watch Reno as well. Let's get the back of the field some love. When we get into the straight, I'm going to go immediately back onto Pog because DRS. It would be huge points for your teammate. People going into the chicane here. Pog's now got 8 tenths of a second to catch. On 4 laps less, 4 laps more ones mediums. 3 seconds for a mass. And there's not enough room for a mass to get anywhere near. He's now half a second back. There is another DRS zone coming up right now. But he's going to have to push a lot, be able to make some sort of move. Here we go, DRS. It's Pog on Sven. Is there going to be enough space? He's looking for the inside. He's not close enough. And Sven's going to be able to keep in front. Luke's, with the help of DRS, is going in front of Steve. And Steve has all of a sudden started to drop back. And Luke isn't quite in range. He's about the length between Scaldy and Pog off. Sven has more ERS, yeah. Sven's probably got this one in the... Well, I say probably. It would take another crash, I think, for Sven to not win this race now. Basket's got Steve as well, and Steve has a problem. Steve definitely has a problem, whether it's just damage the game hasn't told him. I don't know, but he's slowly going further and further back, and now it's Reno's turn. Reno's turn to the outside of turn 1. And he gets the move almost done, and other than AlphaTauri wanted in the mix. Oh, and Steve spun! Oh, there might have been a I may or may not have just jinxed Steve instead. Reno's got in front, Slimmy's got in front of Steve as well. Steve spun, dropped him all the way to the possibility of fighting for points, and Pog's not making an indent into that Swen lead at all. All of a sudden it's looking incredibly comfortable for Swen. Pog's gonna get third, most likely. It's gonna take a miracle for Luke to manage to get anywhere at the moment, because he doesn't have DRS, and he has an Aston Martin creeping down the back. And as soon as I say that, down the inside, they're going wheel to wheel. Basket's got the inside line. Basket's got the position. And Luke's dropped the position into 5th to Basket. Basket does have a penalty though, so it doesn't really matter on track. There's penalties everywhere. Half the grid's got penalties at the moment in time. Yeah. Pog's just throwing everything he's got at this now. And it doesn't look like it's working. Looks like Scaldy might be looking to try and get back on the tail of Pog. You never know. Luke and Slimmy now. And all of a sudden this race became very much alive right at the... Slimmy's going to try and take something here, because Slimmy is a very audacious driver, but he's not got enough room to try something into the chicane. Reno right on the back of Slimmy as well. Slimmy looking to the outside, he's bump drafted the back of Luke there, a little bit of contact, and with DRS it does look like Slimmy should be able to get that move done relatively easy. Down the inside, there you go, that's that done. DRS for Reno as well, whether or not he's going to be able to make it, no, he's too far back. One lap 27 of 28. It's been a very enthralling, at least second half of the race. Reno now with DRS again, but DRS is also there for Luke on Slimmy in front of him, so there's not really much chance of a move happening here. Slimmy is trying to be as aggressive as physically possible here. He sees that he got 6 seconds and keeps going wide at every other corner, and is just trying to gain as much position as he can. Steve and Damas are fighting for the final point at the moment. Slimmy about 6/10 off. He needs to get past and then build 3 seconds on Basket to keep that position. Yeah, Swen is gone. Swen, I've focused on this. He was gone at the beginning of the lap. When I saw that hit 1 second, it was just, that's it. Swen out of here. When it gets toward the end of the race, we'll go back on to Swen, because obviously we like watching. And Reno and Luke are fighting. Reno and Luke are going to fight with each other here. Reno's got the position into turn 2 and into turn 3, and Luke's just dropping back. Just looks like he just lost the pace he had in the last 4 or 5 laps in the race for some reason. Scaldy hasn't been able to make indents into Pog's thing either, but I think it might be more playing cautious, knowing that Swen's already gone out and won the race at this point. Here we go. There's Slimmy on Basket. I don't understand why he's showing me this, but Slimmy on Basket, and DRS has helped Slimmy get past Basket pretty comfortably. Let's go Scaldy on DRS on Pog. Realistically, last chance. Doesn't get it done. Basket's going to get one more chance at Slimmy as well. Basket's going to go down to the outside, but Slimmy shuts the door very well. Reno's going to get not much of a chance. Zab's not going to get much on, and it should realistically end as it is by now. Pog with his 3 seconds, and that means we'll go watch Swen as he rounds the last 3 corners of the last 2 or 3 corners of the track. He's got one more left. As long as he doesn't crash, which he doesn't crash, And Swen's going to take his first win of the season at Abu Dhabi. And Skildy's going to take second, while Pog's going to take third. Basket's going to take... Actually, no, it's Luke that takes fourth, Reno takes fifth, Basket sixth, Zab seventh, Summit eighth, Slimmy ninth, and Mass is going to take the last of the points. Steve Dodds is still going wide. What on earth has happened to the end of his race? And that has gone catastrophically wrong for Steve Dodds at the end of that. And that's the end of what was quite an enthralling race. I need to at people now. So who was the top three? So it was Swen, Skildy, Skildy. Who else do I want to? I think it's Steve. I think I'm going to do Steve at the other interview today. Let's see if Dale does interviews. I could do Reno. I could. Yeah, Slimmy killed it on race by penalties. Pog did great, but he doesn't speak enough English to do an interview, which is unfortunate. Luke did pretty well. I'm about to head into the tier 3 chat a minute. Scale data thing. But I'm just waiting on seeing. Yeah, but it's on podium, innit? It's just every week it's just the case. Because you're always on. Stop being too fast. Then take a week off. You've got a week advantage. I mean, if no one else wants to do interviews, I'm not even going to do them. So it's a case of waiting on Sven. I don't know what Sven's doing. What's happened here? I don't think I'm getting any sort of answers from these guys, to be honest with you. This is unfortunate, considering that this is actually an incredible race. Yeah, I can tell. just slightly. Just slightly. Yeah. I'm surprised you just didn't pit on the second safety car. Ah, right, okay, fair enough. Swen was flying. Swen was literally flying. Well, yeah, considering the person that was closest to you got crashed out and was... I saw that. I saw that. It was like about 5 different guys. Which one do you... Or was it just a Ferrari? Was it just a Ferrari? Oh, the other one's got out of the way. I thought it looked like everyone was in the way, to be honest with you. Yeah, I saw it. I got it on stream. I've got it on stream. you would have been the only one to do interviews anyway, Skelty. So if you want to give it a week, a miss of a week, we'll give it a miss. Well, no, you came into the party. I was like, no, I don't want to do it. So let's skip a week. At the same point, give me a week of in it. It's not like I could. If Swiper was interviewed, if Swiper was here, I would have definitely done both of you. But yeah. That's fair. That's fair. And at one point, you can when you start getting passed by Sweater Pug, it's just like, yeah, Skelding's a case of he's just gonna play the long game here. That safety car was just that. Like when you got a huge lead, and then the safety car comes out, and then another safety car comes out. Yeah, you did, and then Pog almost had you on the third. Because did we have 4 safety cars or something like that? Oh, the first one, Pog, yeah. But that was it. I thought Pog had you. I genuinely thought Pog had you on that corner. I think he did really well to hold that position, but. It just fights everywhere at this point. Because more games came on stream after he span and collected Boomer. Felt pretty sorry about it. I have the weirdest camera angle of it on stream. Like, the game put me in broadcast camera angle, but broadcast camera angle put me at the end of the chicane. Like, I put me on the chicane while they were almost off into the distance. It was a very weird camera angle. I kind of wish I had a good camera angle on that, but I don't. I have a good camera angle of Steve hitting the back of you and then getting spun by Reno. Yeah, let me end the stream here then. Been going for an hour and 32. Was it as long as the